Hello, you're welcome. So in our previous video, we created this Gantt chart. And in this video, I want us to learn how we can add date labels as well as create sections in our Gantt chart. So to add date labels to this our timeline, for example, this one, what I will need to do is just right click on it and you will see this option for add date label. So we can select this option and we can now change different kind of ways we want our date label to be displayed. So we can show the date range or just the start date, but in our case, let's just use the date range. We can also use the end date. And let's just use the date range here. Another thing you can do is to change the format. So you can change to this format or change to any other formats that we have here. So in our case, let's just use this first format. So this is for our date ranges. So we can also be able to add sections to our Gantt chart. So you can see here we have phase 1 and phase 2. So let's say phase 1 and phase 2 are supposed to be in one section. So to be able to add sections, what we are going to do is to right click here and then look for where we have this rule separator and we select it. So you can see that we have row separator in between this phase 1 and phase 2. But that's not what we want. We wanted our row separator here. So let's delete this. So I'm showing you this because you can easily delete your row separator by just clicking on it and your delete. So in our case, to be able to do this, let's right click here from this debugging and then select this add row separator. And you can see it has successfully separated our phase 1 and phase 2 from this debugging. So let's say we want to have debugging and testing. Debugging, testing, and review together. What we do is just click on this separator and then our delete so that the debugging, testing, and review all appear together. Then our release and onboarding, we want to separate them. We can just right click here and select this row separator, and you can see that we now have our release and debugging separated. So these are just some tricks you can use to still advance how your Gantt chart looks and be able to track the progress of your project. I hope you've been able to find this video helpful. Please, if you have, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.